Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's on DisneyPlus.com. It's Tuesday, it's time for your quick Disney Plus news roundup. We're going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 coming to Disney Plus, what's coming to Disney Plus in the United States in August, and much more. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Okay, so let's kick things off talking first off about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is going to be dropping onto Disney Plus around the world on August the 2nd. So this is about 90 days from when it got released in cinemas. It is the day after the DVD release in the US, and it's been out on digital platforms, and we're starting to see now kind of a pattern starting to emerge where Disney Plus gets it the day after like the physical release, which kind of I think 90 days seems to be about right, though things have been a little bit different. For example, Avatar The Way of Water was a little bit longer, and it looks like The Little Mermaid might be a little bit longer as well, because that's going to be close to 120 days by the time it comes out on DVD in September. So let's see if the pattern kind of goes to that one. But it could give us a bit of an indication of how things are kind of returning to not quite what it was before the pandemic, because it was actually much longer. But the days of 45, 30-day, 60-day release windows going to Disney Plus, long gone. You're at least looking now at least 3 months at a minimum. But I think that's about right. You know, give time for the films to make money, because ultimately, while we want them on Disney Plus as quickly as possible, they need to make money, because if they don't make money, they're not going to make more movies and better movies, etc. You know, we do need that just a part of it. Otherwise, we're going to end up with just straight to streaming films, which are definitely not in the same sort of zone as like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I really enjoyed this film. Looking forward to watch it again when it drops on to Disney Plus on Wednesday the 2nd of August. But if you're going to be watching it, let me know in the comments below. Disney has also announced everything that's going to be coming to Disney Plus in the United States in August. Now, it's important to note that this list can change, things can vary, and things can get added, things can get taken away. But let's jump into it. In addition to Guardians of the Galaxy on Wednesday, August the 2nd, we're going to be getting Farm Dreams, How Not to Draw Shorts, some new episodes of Kith, and also some new episodes of Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. On Friday, August the 4th, we'll be getting Rio 2. Then on Wednesday, the 9th of August, we'll be getting some new episodes of Dino Ranch along with Chibi Tiny Tales shorts, and the entire 4th season of High School Musical, the musical, the series. Then on Friday, August 11th, Disney Plus in the US will be getting The Amazing Spider-Man 2, plus some classic Disney shorts featuring Mickey Mouse. Then on Wednesday, August the 16th, there will be new episodes of Hansel and Gretel, The Villains of Valley View, Wicked Tuna, and Disney Junior's Wonderful World of Songs. Plus, on Thursday, August the 17th, the first 10 episodes of the 2nd season of The Wonder Years will be arriving. That's the new version, not the classic version. Then on Friday, August the 18th, we're going to be getting a brand new Disney Plus original animated special called Lego Disney Princesses The Castle Quest. So this is going to be a brand new one, and it stars Tiana, Moana, Snow White, and Rapunzel, who are off on an adventure which they are transported to a mysterious castle. Shortly upon arriving, they soon discover that Gaston has hatched an evil plan to take over their kingdom. The princess characters must then work together to solve challenges hidden deep within the castle walls and try to save their kingdoms from Gaston. On Wednesday, August the 23rd, we'll be getting the first 2 episodes of Star Wars Ahsoka. Then on Friday, August the 25th, we'll be getting the 4K remaster of Cinderella, along with a new National Geographic Explorer special, Lost in the Arctic. Then on Wednesday, August the 30th, we'll be getting new episodes of Pretty Freaking Scary, and a new episode of Star Wars Ahsoka, and even more episodes of the 2nd season of Chip 'n Dale Park Life. There we go, that is the US list. Obviously, we expect to see lists dropping pretty soon for like the UK, Canada. We'll probably then see a whole host of other content coming in on the Hulu side. Again, the trouble is with these US lists at the minute, they're still very, very limited because of this whole Hulu situation. Hopefully then when that gets sorted later this year, we'll start seeing a bit of a better collection of stuff. Still in some ways a little bit bare bones. I think obviously Rio 2 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2 being added is good, but for me it's pretty much Ahsoka is the main thing I want to be watching. Though that Lego castle thing, I'll give that a go. I mean, I like castles. What you can't see is literally above the camera is a massive, great big Walt Disney World Lego castle, which took me about a day to build. So I do like Lego, so I'll be checking that one out. But what are you going to be watching on Disney Plus in August? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on from there, let's now talk about a brand new film from 20th Century Studios called The Creator, which is going to be dropping into cinemas on the 29th of September. This is a brand new sci-fi film, and I'm really looking forward to it. We got a brand new full trailer for it. Kind of dropped at a weird time. But yeah, this one for me is just like something I really want to watch. It looks interesting because it's brand new, it's a little bit different. AI have taken over the world and destroyed us, and there's this like kid, but he's also a droid and they're trying to protect him. The sci-fi element of it looks great. It's something different, something that's not an established IP. Apparently the budget for this is under 100 million, but it looks closer to like double or triple that. This is what Disney kind of needs to do, is kind of make great films on a much lower budget so they can pull. I'm really hoping people go see this because the trailer looked fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it. It's directed by the same guy that did Rogue One, so some of the droids look a little bit similar, but for me, honestly, this is just shot up there in terms of films that I want to see. This one just looks fantastic. I'm hoping people will go see it because it is something, you know, everyone's getting a little bit bored of all these franchises at the cinema this summer. So let's try something different. Let's give something else a go. So again, coming to cinemas 29th of September. So I think if we go by that 90-day rule, we're probably looking at New Year maybe for a Disney Plus release. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to The Creator. Definitely something I want to watch. But let me know, were you excited about The Creator? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on from there, let's now jump into some questions. So Frank asked one, when does Singularity Noir come out on Disney Plus? Because it said it comes out on Monday, but I've only got one episode and I'm in Hong Kong, by the way. Now, it's important to note with this series is that it has a simultaneous worldwide release based on when it gets put out in Japan. So for example, here in the UK, it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. So in Hong Kong time, it's probably much later in the day than what we would typically see from a Disney Plus like release. You know, like here in the UK, they normally like 8 o'clock in the morning, midnight in Los Angeles, like 3 a.m. in New York. So we're seeing this with some of the other shows. We've seen it definitely like with the anime like Bleach as well and Tokyo Revengers. They're all much later in the day because they're kind of going on the Japanese time. So that's why, like on a Monday morning, it's not there, or Monday, depending on what time you're at, because this is just one of those things. If it has a much different release schedule than normal, but that's why it's a little bit later. Aiden asks, hi Roger, I have a question for one of your other videos about Bob Iger and linear channels. Is he getting rid of the actual channels on TV, or all those shows on those channels are going to get removed from Disney Plus? I'm really confused. You're not the only one that's been confused. I've seen this a lot because of the way that it's worded in terms of selling off the channels. Everyone connects those channels with those shows. So when they say we're going to get rid of ABC or National Geographic or FX, kind of thinking that everything goes with it. Because Bob Iger did say in the interview that that content is still core to Disney. However, the linear business in terms of like television channels is no longer core to Disney anymore. So he is looking to possibly sell some of those channels off. So if he sells off like the FX channel, doesn't necessarily mean that the FX studios and all the shows that they create go with it. It just might mean that the FX show goes with it, and then the new owners might rename it. They might have access to the channels for a limited bit of time, or yeah, so it's very tricky. I mean, they could end up taking over the FX name and then Disney just rebrand the studio or merge in with 20th Century, whatever they're going to do. But yeah, it's more about the distribution model of those linear channels rather than the actual studios closing. For example, like here in the UK, we do not have the Disney Channel on TV, but we still have Disney Channel content on Disney Plus. In Asia and stuff as well, they've been closing down National Geographic stuff. So it's more about just like not having the channels and just trying to sell it. Apparently, there's been words going around that if they just sold the networks, they could pull in about $8 billion, because there's a lot of companies out there right now that are looking to buy these channels kind of quite cheaply, fill them up with content, and just basically ride out the wave of advertising until linear stops, because there's still money to be made there, and that's how they're going to do it. I mean, I personally think Disney might want to keep hold of ABC, because I think that's a good like outlet for like sports and like all the content they can funnel through maybe one channel. But it's like the Disney Channel. The Disney Channel, kids do not watch television anymore. And I know a lot of people that have kind of got nostalgia over the Disney Channel. You're looking at it often through the idea of nostalgia. The viewing figures on these are pretty low. Yeah, and that's why we're seeing this big shift. I think Freeform, very much highly likely that will be gone. National Geographic, that's like here in the UK, they kept those channels going. Whether or not how long that goes on, I don't know. But generally as well, those ones maybe perform a little better with older audiences. But especially like younger stuff like Disney Channel, Freeform, I think they're going to go quite quickly. The FX channels maybe as well, they can put those FX shows maybe on ABC later. It's more tricky because of rules and stuff in the US, but it's basically more about like Disney just trying to get out of those linear channels. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think of all of today's news. Go check us out over at what's on at disneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys soon. Laters.